well, I guess looking at everything right now, good evening? Daytime? Is it night or day? I think it's night, but there's clearly sky out.
Quite foolish, standing around like this.
Well, you know what? Whatever. Shut up. Welcome, my lovely connoisseurs of the culture. I'm the lovely voice you can't forget. I am known in many regions, dialects, circles, or whatever, as the lovely Vitamin DGR, aka V, and I am doing my best to calm down because I just got hit with some crazy news that I was debating. I'm still going through a rush of emotions. It's not bad. It's very good, but it's kind of hard to believe right now. And a part of me is thinking it'd be best to just surprise everyone on this. It may not really affect too much in the long run. Actually, it's definitely gonna affect everything in the long run. It's definitely something good for the channel. Let me just say that much right now. I'm teasing it right now. YouTube, by the time the video comes out, it would have already been done. Twitch, it's gonna happen soon. I all I can really say. I'm still just kind of finding it hard to believe, but that's neither here nor there. Welcome back to Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. I think we're getting close to the game. I don't know. I don't really know the gauge. I'm supposed to go this way. Am I supposed to fight something? Wait, no, I was just there. Where am I supposed to go? I climbed up here, right? I think I have to go down there. Oh, yeah, I have to go down there. I just saw two spinny blades. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and oh, well, I was hoping I could go back so I can finish my intro, but you know, we're just gonna jump into this. Yeah, so last episode we tracked down the Vizier. He's up in this tower, temple, palace thing, whatever, it doesn't matter. We fought quite a good ways. We got the people to actually support us, and now myself and Farah are going in to try and stop this once for all. Farah's probably just skipping to her loo, just having a great time, not dealing with... Whoa. Ow! Oh, jeez Louise, guys, this game. Oh, I need a break. I can't wait to be done with this world. Need a vacation from all this. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna find out what the flip's gonna happen this episode. Hopefully we can stop the Vizier, get a little closer. We're running out of time because I guess the corruption on my arm is spreading, and now you can kind of see it as best as you can in PS2 graphics, that it's spread to my back. I don't know how much longer I have to live before I mutate. I don't really know, but we're just gonna figure it out together. So, as always, if you enjoy this content, the lovely sound of my voice, or you wish to support me in my endeavors, then by all means follow me on Twitch with the handle of Vitamin DGR. Also, ow, that flippin' hurt. Of course, though, if you do enjoy this content, then, you know, you might want to skip those nasty ads and support and all that jazz. You know, follow me on Twitch, subscribe, you know, all the little things that kind of help. But don't go too crazy with the support. I don't deserve too much support. I need to do more content before I, you know, get like 50 million people subscribing. Ow! Man, I'm just bad at timing everything. Ow. Ow. God, what is wrong with me? Oh, whatever, I'm out of here. Well, that sucks. I timed all that badly, but you know what? We're here. I need some water. This game. Okay, so I gotta go there. Cool. I'm sure this won't be annoying to figure something out. Any water that you guys got around here? Like a fountain? Okay, whatever. What exactly am I looking at here? Where am I supposed to go? I don't really get what I'm supposed to do, but I'll just wing it and then we'll see what happens. Anything up there? No? What's the point of me being over here? Why would I be up here? There's nothing up here. I don't get exactly what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to activate something? Okay, so that goes up and down. Am I supposed to use this to make a platform to go up to a certain distance or go up to a certain place? Can't move any further, huh? Okay, well then that's locked, I guess. Oop, don't jump off completely now. Okay. Just see where that leads, I guess. Sand. Although at this point, do I need any sand credits? Like, what am I gonna need it for? Oh, I gotta move that out of the way. What about this? Okay, so what does this do for me? What am I trying to go for? Am I trying to get up there? There's something above me? Oh, can't reach that. What am I trying to do? Well, I assume I gotta move this thing. If I can lift it up. I guess. I have no clue. Oh, well, that's in the way. Welcome, welcome, Roar to the stream. I just beat the worst boss in Silk Song. He does over lava, which does double damage. Oh, that's annoying. He can spawn minions who do double damage. Jeez! Double damage, and then there's double damage? That sounds ridiculous. If it's anything like the format, okay, so I haven't played, obviously, Silk Song, but for what little I know of Hollow Knight, I can only imagine it's gotta be even more aggravating. You've got my condolences and a half. Like I said, welcome to the stream. Wait, can I not? No, I can't. Okay. Am I supposed to do something? I don't know. What? Oh, not that. This may not be another one of those puzzles like the other episode. I hate that kind of puzzle. It also destroys the platforms to keep you safe from this lava. The minions have no cooldown. Great. So he spawns 1,000,001 enemies that do a lot of damage, then over lava, which does a lot of damage, and then he himself does a lot of damage. It seems balanced. I won't go to specifics because I don't know what's spoiler or not, but that sounds ridiculous. Why can't I move that one? Oh, wait. Maybe I can move that one. Need to get there, though. Here we go. The most hated boss of the entire game. Now, let me ask you this. Is it one of those things where you feel like he's going to be, like, patched? Is he going to be nerfed? You know how it is when somebody makes a game and it's, like, extremely excruciating and difficult. They're just like, all right, forget this. Not doing any more of this. Make it extremely easy. Can I even get there? Ow. No, I can't. Oh, but can I? I don't want to be too zealous with my sand. Like, is he unbeatable completely? That's my question. Because, you know, if he's unbeatable, that means that they're definitely going to, like, nerf the flip out of him. Okay, I got to move this over. Crap. Means I need to move things around again. Yeah, because there's no way I can make that. Yep, I'm going to have to move everything around again. I want to be patched. At least make it so there's the cooldown minions. Well, so is it the patch the minions or is the patch on how much damage he does that you want? Let's start with that one first. Let's go a different order. Now this, I can get up there. There. I should start with the middle one and lift that one up. One so I can't summon as many minions. Do you think that'll make it like much easy or much easier? Or you think you're still gonna have like a difficult time? I mean, I imagine it's gotta be easier completely, but I can't move it. There we go. What am I trying to do exactly? I'm assuming I'm trying to lift them all up. Okay, well now they're all up. Oops, not that. I feel like I cheese them and they don't care. But how many minions does it actually summon, though, is a question. Actually, it might be something where I have to look up the thing myself, huh? Can I go any higher for some of these? I can go higher on that one. Oh, I can go higher on that one. Ooh, hold on. What? What happened? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what? Get up. What? What just happened? What? I tripped on a box and I couldn't get up? We're just gonna move on. We're ignoring that. I'm not even gonna make a clip of that just for the sake of things. We're just gonna move the flip on. I don't even want to acknowledge what the flip just happened. That was dumb. Whatever that was. Okay. Can I lift it higher? No? Am I supposed to get it all higher? Ooh, wow, I'm surprised I made that. Maybe I'm supposed to get them all, like, super high? Ow! Move! Okay. Actually, wait, let me go back up. Can I go any higher? Okay, well, now that's super high up. I can't move that any further. I'm assuming I have to get them all extremely high for some reason. Oh, okay. You almost messed that up. Ow! We're fine. Oh, not that way. Other way, other way, other way. Okay, now they're all high up. I do it? Oh, I did it! And that was a little annoying, but you know what? Wasn't as bad as the other puzzle. Now we can keep moving. Spawns one minion, then he can spawn another minion whenever he feels like. It seems cheap. It seems very cheap. I don't get down safely. Oh, this way. Ooh. Stop. 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 Just jump, dude. Okay, we'll just go this nice and smoothly. Also, I think I saw Farah. It's a little hard to see, but I think that was Farah. What I need more than anything is some water. Farah, there you go. Whoa. You've seen enough videos to know where this is going. Oh, Vulpix. Don't tell him what. Well, that boss seems like it'd be annoying. You ever seen the movie Aladdin? Well, it's gonna be that, but the adult version. Let her go! Why would I ever do that? I'm evil. Am I fighting him? Taste my knife! Oh, well, okay. Or I'll just fall to my death.
The prince was cast to his death into a pit of darkness, robbed of Farah, distanced from the Vizier. He had been warned that his journey would not end well.
Yeah, no spit. Oh, I'm changing. Well, isn't that convenient?
But do not be surprised. The prince's transformation saved him. Sometimes good can come of ill. Sometimes.
Well, that was...
Should I continue from here when you return?
Stupid. So the Vizier popped up, took Farah because she has no awareness of threats at all. So she's like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Then I'm down here. I was trying hard to focus on one of them. Then he spawned another one. The previous one he spawned was still alive. Like I said, it sounds like that boss is cheap, bro. Yes, I would love to save the game if you don't mind. Vulpix, you and I have words. Remember that earlier thing? I'm not saying what it is. I'm going to wait until when it happens. Because it's still hard to believe, but Vulpix is one of the people responsible for something that might drastically happen in the channel. That's all I'm going to say right now. And it's still hard to believe. But sorry, that's neither here nor there. What is here and there is, let's focus on the game here. So the Vizier popped up and all his evilness took Farah because, I guess, damsel in distress, whatever. And the prince's best things that he could do was let her go. Like that was gonna do anything about it.
Nice.
I'm gonna lower that alarm, I swear. I need to stop having my headphones loud. And they're like, no, you gotta keep it up so that way we can surprise you and scare you. It's like, for whose benefit? Alright, so now I'm dark mode. Alright, let's get this over with. Look at me, I'm evil again. Yeah, that's the point.
Once again, you have denied us victory. How many times did I warn you that nothing good would come of pursuing that girl?
That's
You
true.
would not be in this situation if you had just stayed focused.
Enough! All you do is taunt and insult me. I do not know what you are planning, but I know that I do not trust you.
Oh. I can't rewind. Oh, I'm dead. Truly a joy in life for me. Don't take it from me. Joy in life is for you to bit me and then scare me when I'm trying to focus. Whatever. I'll deal with you later, Vulpes.
Once again, you have denied
More
us
importantly, I'm
victory.
like
How many
kind of
times
over
did I
Farah
tell
right
you
now.
that nothing good would come of pursuing that girl? We would not be in this situation if you had just stayed focused.
Enough! All you do is taunt and insult me. I do not know what you are planning, but I know that I do not trust you. And I am ashamed that I ever...
That doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good.
Noble intentions.
Uh-oh.
I understand now what it means to be noble.
Dude, I'm awesome.
Self-righteous.
I have put up with you for entirely too long. Be silent. Let me finish my task. And then we shall see what to do about you.
Oh yes, I forgot who's really in charge.
Well, oh, okay. Clearly, I'm having some eternal strife with whatever this other voice is. Excuse me. Who the flip is this other voice inside me anyway? Sorry. I don't know what happened to me. I think I drunk wrong pipe. Roar said you can spawn two at the same time. Are you talking about the minions in the boss? I'm sorry. I'm just really feeling emotional right now. I didn't definitely drink down the wrong pipe.
I am happy to wait.
I'm definitely not choking on that aspect. I'm definitely just choked up on emotions. Not choked up by the dialogue. Jesus. Yeah, we're good. I'm fine. I'm definitely not choked up on emotions right now. Welcome, Debbie, to the stream. Good morning to you. I hope your morning goes off to a great start, and I hope you have a lovely day ahead of you. Sorry, I'm choking on emotions right now. Definitely not choking because I drank wrong. There's definitely not another voice that I'm fighting with, I guess. Inside you, there are two wolves. One that's outside sputtering. One that's the voice inside you, which is probably better at talking, but it's stuck inside you, so no one knows. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. Inside me, there are two wolves. One that's outside sputtering. And the other one that's inside you, which is probably better at talking, but it's stuck inside you. Yeah, that other wolf... if I was going to put that into any kind of perspective or view, I'd say the wolf that's outside sputtering is just some dude that's just blabbling like an idiot. Choking on clearly not juice. Meanwhile, the other voice is all sophisticated. Talking like, V, you need to do an episode. Come on now. Like the viewers are waiting for you. I understand. You need to pay attention to the game. Clearly the prince is having some sort of issue with this other form inside of him who clearly is jealous because of how close you are to Farah. And quite frankly, wow, I'm surprised I did that voice without choking that one. And quite frankly, I'm with the guy. I don't like Farah. No, okay, Farah's hot, but like, I'm just not a Farah person. Why am I going this way? This was the wrong way, you know it. It's inner wolfy. Huh. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh. I hate this place. Where even am I? Where do I go? Do I go this way? Really hard to see. But I'm doing something right. But I'm running also out of sand because this dark mode sucks. Ow. Do we go this way? Why'd I pull out the knife? What's around that I had to pull out the knife? Oh, hi. I need to fight you because I'm dead. I had to cheese when even have a chance. Thing is, you could run past him. He can only fight you in a limited range. The minions will follow you. Will still shoot at you. So I was like, okay, I'll beat the minions, kill them while not attacking me. Did that and beat him. Did you? Oh no, that was your thought process. Sorry. What you're telling me, Roar, is that this sounds extremely tedious. It's tedious as going higher. I pressed the wrong button. I gotta deal with this dude yelling at me again. Be like, ugh, this is what you get for hanging with girls. Who invented him?
Again, you have denied us victory. How many times did I warn you that nothing good
Trust
would come of
girls. Girls have
pursuing that
cooties.
girl?
And everyone
We would not
knows
be in
cooties
this
are
situation if
disgusting.
you had just
Did anyone
stayed
ever go through that? Like, we've been on that phase, right?
All you do is
Certain
taunt and insult
girls did
me.
it too, right? Like, there was girl cooties and boy cooties.
But I know that I do not
Actually,
trust you.
was it referred to as that?
I am ashamed that
Girl
I
cooties and
betrayed you.
boy cooties?
I have nothing but
I'm certain we
noble
did.
intentions.
I bet I had a little bit of a phase like that when I was younger.
And you are none of those things.
You self-righteous.
I have put up with you for entirely too long. Be silent. Let me finish my task. Then we shall see what
Full of sand.
Oh,
What?
yes, I
When did
forgot
that even
you
come up to
really
part? I'm not paying attention to these guys yelling at each other. But when did that actually become a thing? Or why did that actually become a thing? The whole aspect of boys and girls and cooties and stuff. How did that come to be? Like, I don't even remember why I just kind of knew that. I think it was probably because of, you know, classmates or other boys and stuff. Like, I don't get the appeal of it, or the appeal, like, where that kind of came from. Oh, I can't even see you because you're small. Ow! I didn't even see you over there. Ow! Not hard to see because PS2 game. I'm assuming I'm doing something right. Oh, I gotta hurry and beat you guys. Give me sand. Ow, there we go. I know it's hard to see. Believe me, it's hard to see for me too. I wish this game looked better. What I was gonna say though is like, I don't know why. Like, if I could go back to past me, I would ask him, was like, what's the deal with the girls around you? Not that I really hung out with many, like, people, especially girls, but I was at the same, well, in general. But it was still just one of those things where I was like, why am I afraid of girls? Like, I remember when I was young, there was moments where, like I said, like, other boys in the neighborhood, they were like, oh, man, like, girls, they have cooties. You gotta be away from them because you don't want to get sick or something. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just be avoiding girls too. Never made sense to me. I've always had mixed gender friend groups, so other people caring about this made some sense. I just don't like, where did it come from? Like, I kind of want to look that up after I beat these guys and go someplace where I can see better. Ow! Urgh. Hold still, will ya? I'll shoot you. There we go. We get some place where I can see better. I'm gonna look that up. Where did cooties come from? What the flip is going on here? Can I climb this? I was supposed to use this, wasn't I? To fight those guys. Yeah, I was. Well, oops. Which one do I go? Do I go down? I think I go down. Yeah, he says, being into video games kind of gave me more guy friends than I was a kid.
Very good.
So here's the
I
whole
will
thing I
continue.
have for the whole cooties thing. Okay, this is... Don't insinuate anything from this.
I am happy.
Ooh, hold on.
to
That why is that so high
I
up?
have all the
See if we can
time.
lower that a little bit so people can see better. There we go. Volpix actually looked it up. The word cooties originated as World War I soldiers slang for body and head lice. Oh. Ew. Possibly derived from the bird coot, or the Malay word kutu for louse. The term was brought back to the US by returning soldiers and later transformed by American children into an imaginary contagious germ associated with the opposite sex or socially undesirable people, leading to games and childhood folklore. So it's because of war. You know who to blame. It was the soldiers fighting for our freedom and country. They brought back their nasty diseases. No, I'm kidding. I know that growing up, well, remembering rather, as best as I can from growing up, I never really had many guy friends. It wasn't until... Well, that's not true, actually. No, I think I was kind of mixed. Like, I know when I was younger, back in New Jersey, like, my neighbor was a girl, and I hung out with her, supposedly a lot. And I remember being told that even though I used to attend mostly private schools, it wasn't until later in life that I went to public schools. Like... Even though I starting out having girlfriends, like, you know, female friends, the moments that I can remember was there was like a boarding academy, or like a kind of well, it was basically a boarding academy, but it was basically a school that I went to was just primarily dudes. Yes, uniform and all, in case anyone's wondering. I still remember those terrible purple blazers, purple like little blazer vest things that we had to wear. Dreadful time. I'm not a uniform guy. That's the reason being. But I remember during that moment, it was mostly guys too. But I think it wasn't until my later middle school / high school days when I went to public schools. Because more often, up to that point, I was mostly private school. Yes, I was a private school kid. I think people could probably tell from my personality. But it wasn't until later that I attended public schools. And even though there were girls in some of those public schools, I remember when I was going to school, most of my friends were usually guys. Although... there was a moment, I do remember, we had, I think that was in my private school days, like my latter parts of middle school, that I did have two friends, and one of them was a girl, but I think what I remember is, I did have a couple of girlfriends that were girls, but, like, I think the closest girls friends that I had were, like, kind of like tomboyish. Like, I don't know, when you're a kid, you don't really care for that kind of thing. And even barely looking back at it, or looking at it as much as I can now, I don't think most of, like, I know my cousins and some of my family that I hung out with that were girls were, like, very girly. But, like, I don't remember my first, like, friends or anything, unfortunately. I don't even remember much of, like, my first neighbor, like, the neighbor's kids that I hung out with, apparently. But I know, like, later in life, most of the girl friends I had were usually, like, tomboyish. Like, and now my social circle, like, I do have a couple of tomboys, but I do have this one friend who, she is, like, a sweet peach, but she, bless her soul, this girl's definitely the most girliest girl. She's definitely one of those, like, a lot of our friends refer to her as, like, the Southern flower, because she has a very heavy Southern accent. Like, there'll be times where, I think it was, like, some time ago, we hung out, we went to, what did we do? I think we went to go... like, get groceries or something, and she was like, well, if you want to go get some of these cookies, you can get some of this, or you can do something that, or blah, blah, blah. We're like, yes, insert name here, we got it. She's like the mom of our group. Apparently, cooties could originally be given by anyone considered different. Oh, wow, you really looked this up, huh? A child is said to catch cooties through any form of bodily contact, proximity, or touching of an infected person, or from a person of the opposite sex or the same age. Often, the infected person is someone who's perceived as different due to disability, shyness, being of the opposite sex. Well, definitely the shyness aspect for me. Being of the opposite sex or having peculiar mannerisms. 13. 13? The phrase is most commonly used by children in elementary school aged from 4 to 10. However, it may be used by older children in a sarcastic and playful way. I remember, even during the private school days, like, cooties was a thing. Like, I think it was... I don't know exactly when it started, but I know it was more prevalent around, like, my maybe, like, 6th or 7th grade. Or not even that late. Like, it was probably, like maybe 5th or 6th grade. I was young at the time. But I know there was a moment where we were told to just, like, avoid the girls.
Where was I?
Which is funny because Oops. Which is funny because I think that was when people kind of said it was like boy cooties and girl cooties. I was like, what does that even mean? Also, where am I supposed to go from here? Like, the idea of separating cooties because of gender is kind of stupid to me. I'm running out of time. Why is my sand so quick? Well, I'm dead. Dude, this Dark Prince mode sucks. We should just bring it back. We should bring back cooties. We should be like, ew! I don't want no girl cooties in my... That'd be so stupid. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if someone actually was like, oh yeah, anyone's allowed unless you have girl cooties or boy... Oh, I gotta start this again? Oh, lame.
Once again, you have denied.
That's a great
us
way for your
victory.
channel to get banned, I'm
How
certain.
many times did I warn you that nothing good would come of pursuing that girl? We would not be in this situation if you had just stayed focused.
Shut up!
Enough! All you do is taunt and insult me. I do not know what you are planning, but I know that I do not trust you. And I am ashamed that I ever did.
Oh, we did
I
trust
have
him.
nothing but noble intentions.
Uh-huh.
Now what it means to be noble, and you are none of those things.
Self-righteous bastard.
I have put up with you for entirely too long. Be silent.
Shut up and let me be awesome.
And then we shall see what to do.
Next time I go hang out with my friends, I'm gonna just bring up cooties.
Oh, yes, I forgot who's really in charge.
Well, you are a vitamin, so do you offer vaccines? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Oh, phew, I almost died. I'm certain I am the cure for cooties. Dude, can you guys imagine if I was actually the cure for cooties? Nope, not that way. Got it. I should do that to my friends. One of these days, I'm just gonna, like, randomly just bring it up. It's like, ew, don't touch me. You have cooties. Just imagine what they react to. If they haven't watched this episode, I'm just gonna bring it up randomly and see what their reaction is. I gotta fight these guys because I need sand. I'm gonna bring this up next time. You're sipping. I don't sip.
Would you like to hear more?
I know you know this because you're my mod, so I know you're doing this for the sake. Okay, I know where you're playing here. I know what you're trying to do here, Vulpix. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, I can get a rise out of V if I say the simp word that he hates so much. Because he knows he's going to react and talk all smooth and quietly and say, it's not simping, it's aggressive appreciation, blah, blah, blah. I know what you're trying to do. And your attempt to goad me is quite successful. We do not simp on this channel, okay? We aggressively appreciate there is a difference, and I'm tired. You're one of my mods. You know better. We've had conversations like this, so don't even, just don't. Those filthy emotes out of my face. Ow. You know better, Vulpix. You enemies, go away. I need the sand. Well, you can't simp or you get cooties. I don't simp. It's aggressive appreciation. There's a difference. I'm not throwing away all my, like, know-how just for the sake of a pretty girl. I have more class than that. That's why it's called aggressive appreciation. It's why we appreciate the culture. God, guys. I can't see you, but I can still feel you. Stop it. That hurts. Ow. Urgh. Is slowing down time hurting me more? I feel like my health's going quicker. And besides, at my age, I'll take cooties. What's the worst that can happen? Ow. 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 What the flip is happening? Where'd my health just go so quickly? Oh. Embrace cooties. I plan to. Can I beat you guys up so I can get some... Thank you. Ow. I wonder if someone actually right now is like a grown adult just like terrified of cooties. Ah! Dude. There we go. Really hard not to see cooties as STIs the more I think about this. Well, from the way it seems like at this point, people are just treating cooties like it's like that. Like, at first, I didn't even know where cooties came from. I just remember, like, we were kids. We don't know any better when we're kids. We just hate. We do stupid things all the time. Wow, this is just not my day, man. But if you mean to tell me that I'd rather... Like, if you still come to me and you're like, hey, you can either get cooties or... Actually, I don't even know what would be a good comparison to it. Ow. Bottom line is, if you had a choice between giving me cooties or whatever, I'm... Actually, is it best to say it? We don't know any better, we just hate. Well, you know what I mean? Like, when you're a kid, you don't really know any better. You're not supposed to know any better. You're a kid. Oh, I'm supposed to go down here. With the flip! Ah! Well, I'd be able to tell if I had to go there if I, you know, had to fight. But you know what I mean? Like, when you're a kid, you're not supposed to know any better. And these, like, even the smartest kids have to be a kid. They have to do dumb things to learn better. I'm not saying it has to be dumb completely, but they're not supposed to have proper common sense and awareness and things like that. Because they're supposed to learn. Otherwise, where's the fun? Who wants to know better? Hell, even as an adult, who wants to, like, well, actually, let me not say that because I know someone's going to take this the wrong way, so. You go away, enemy? I can chop you up? He's weak. Wee! What's the dumbest thing you believed as a kid?
Tell me when you want to hear more.
The dumbest thing I believed as a kid. Well, I've always been the gullible sort. Like, I wish I weren't. I wish I was a bit more aware. But I remember there was a time, oh gosh. It was during the holiday season. I was with my family. We were in, I think we were in Durham at the time. Durham, North Carolina. Gosh. Is this a TMI story? I'm going in my head here. I don't think it's a TMI thing. No, I don't think it's a TMI thing. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So I don't 100% remember word for word. Okay, let me back up. Let me explain this, because if I don't watch my words here, people are gonna be So I remember it was in the holidays. I was a kid. And it was at the time that so I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned him before, but my uncle is a very interesting person. Like, I'm just out of it. He likes to drink, and he tends to be pretty crazy when drunk. And he tends to say a bunch of things. And when you're a kid, you're impressionable. You usually listen. You don't usually know better. Whether the person's, like, sane or drunk, you're like, oh, well, you're an adult. And kids are supposed to, I guess, listen to adults. So whatever aunt or mom or uncle or whatever, or grandpa or whatever says this, then they gotta be like, oh, well, they're adults, they gotta know what's right, so flip it. Yeah, we get rebellious as kids later, but that's not the point. It was during the holiday season. We were staying with family, and I think I must have been, gosh, maybe like 12 or 13 at the time. So many years ago. Well, not that many. And like I said, my uncle gets pretty liquidly encouraged. I don't exactly remember what led to it, but it was one of those things where usually the adults go downstairs and they have a great time and drink or whatever. Meanwhile, the kids go upstairs and watch like whatever cartoons and anime and things like that, or cartoons and play games and things like that. And at the time, my aunt had this series of books for, does anyone know the Calvin and Hobbes books? So if you don't, this is like this old like newspaper comic thing. My aunt left me a whole like collection of them, but bottom line was she treasured those things. It was the greatest things. And at the time, my aunt had that as one of her treasures because she got it from whatever source, I don't remember. And she would say that she would let us read it in, as long as we didn't like stain or things like that. My uncle, he said that it's because of things like that Like, I don't love Calvin Hobbes. Like, I don't know. I just really like those comics. It's something I've read when I was a kid. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. My uncle said, I don't exactly remember word for word what he said, but he was saying something along the lines of how it's because of that book that he got engaged to my aunt. And if you give that to someone, like, you'll be married to them or some stupidness like that. And I don't know why, like, 12-ish-year-old me was just like, okay, sure. I thought they were, like, magical books. Like, he told me a bunch of things, but that time in particular was just kind of up there. So I was like, all right, I don't want to, like, get married and things like that. He's like, well, then you better not give it to a girl. I was like, okay, well, it's not mine anyway. This is how my uncle's a jerk. Standard way of getting married. Yo, yeah. So this is how it gets dumb. So at the time, like, usually in our small little cul-de-sac area in Durham, like, it'll be us, like, the neighbors' kids, the family kids, things like that. We just, like, hang out and stuff like that. And funny enough, some of you old Vitamin DGR fans may know kind of where I'm going with this, because I talked about the time I got traumatized from the Lilo and Stitch 2 movie. Same area, too, by the way. But it was at the time where one of the neighbor girls wanted to read the Calvin Hobbes books. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know where it is. And my aunt will let us, like, read it. So that's why I'm not married. My parents are. They own Calvin Hobbes books. Well, there you go. You gotta give the significant other a Calvin Hobbes book. That's what gets you married. I'm not joking with this. I'll take a picture if I can find my collection and show you guys. But I remember, like, helping her, like, read it. And then, like I said, like, it would be one of those things where the adults would be downstairs drinking, have a great time. And I was like, oh, I just gotta get something to drink. And then the neighbor girl was, like, with me. And so was my other friend and my cousin at the time. So the four of us went downstairs and we're, like, asking, like, our parents, like, hey, can we get some juice and snacks and things like that? And then my loud ass uncle sees the Calvin Hobbes book in her, and he was like, wait, did you give her that? And then at that moment, I guess I just kind of realized it. And I don't remember this, but I remember that my aunt, who knew better, saw my face and apparently had a look of fear and horror because I cried, because I was, like, saying all these things about how so my uncle was basically teasing about how I'm gonna get married and things like that, right? Stop, I know where you're going with this. So it was during that circumstance. Where my uncle was like, oh, well, I guess you're married now. You better treat her right and blah, 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 blah. And I don't exactly remember what I said, but apparently I was so devastated. Shut up, Volmax. So I got so devastated to the point where, like, my aunt was, like, going with it, and eventually my mom was like, okay, it's not, stop it. V's too sensitive, things like that. But apparently the reason why I was upset was not about the fact of getting married, but because, and this is actually something that my parents laughed at, was because in my mind, when you're married, that means you're more of an adult, and that means you don't get to have fun as an adult. So eventually it was just one of those things where the bottom line was, apparently getting married and being an adult meant you weren't allowed to have fun. So I don't know why that was my thought process. I don't even remember saying anything like that, but congratulations, may be happy and persevere. I'm not married. I'm not even remotely, I don't even have a girlfriend. I need to get past my own self-esteem issues before I even think about talking to a girl, first off. And secondly, welcome to the stream, Baki. Yeah, that's just one of the many things. Like, my uncle's told me tons of things, but it's all, like, drunk uncle stories. I'm not married. Besides, even if I were... Oh, I gotta go there. Even if I were, I can't even imagine you would marry me. I am not deleting this channel. Hell, even when I'm married, I'm probably still gonna do this. Unless my significant other says no. It's like, no, V, you're not allowed to marry, or you're not allowed to do channel. Whoa, what was that camera angle? Well, yeah, but first off, we were kids. Wait, can I? Oh, well, I didn't know that was a staircase. I thought that was a hole. It's hard to see, man. This PS2 game is rough. That's always cool, though. I wish this game looked better. Ow. Like I've talked about before, like, hell, my uncle, okay, it sounds like I'm complaining about my uncle, but I don't know, like, my uncle's just one of those guys. Those that don't remember, I've talked about before, this is the same uncle who, like, like last holiday during the Thanksgiving was talking about how marriage is unfortunately and surprisingly legal in many states. First off, wow. Secondly, can't say anything because my aunt's still trying to set me up with somebody, even though I don't even have the heart to talk about it. I'm not joking when I say this. My aunt. Okay, I'm going off my uncle. We'll talk about my aunt for a minute. So folks may know this. Some time ago, can't flip and move. I visited my family because I was going out of town for a while, like for a couple of weeks. I just saw New Jersey at the corner of my eye. What?
By all means, take your time.
In 2018, New Jersey became one of the first states in the U.S. to ban child marriage without exception. Governor Phil Murphy signed legislation, that prohibits marriage or civil union licenses from being issued to anyone under the age of 18, with no allowances for parental and judicial consent. I think that should be done for, like, anyone. You said New Jersey, right? Yeah, well, so at the time, we were in North Carolina, but I'm from New Jersey. So that's where I was born. I was born in northern New Jersey, which is basically like southern New York, but with more green. So I'm from New Jersey, but at the time we were in Durham, North Carolina. I went to a lot of states. God, these enemies are a pain in the butt. Anyway, I assume this was before 2018. Yes, I was definitely not in New Jersey, or I was definitely not in North Carolina at the time of this. Oh, thank God, man. Dude, these enemies are paying our butts. Go away. It's already bad enough I can't see with this bad game. God, I gotta turn to the Prince from Word Within when I time this right. All right, before I go get distracted by this, let me say something real quick. So, one, yes, like I said, I'm from New Jersey, but I was in Durham, North Carolina. But that's not the point. The second thing is, I've talked about this before. Well, I don't know if I have talked about it before, but if you didn't know, several weeks, actually it was a couple months ago, I visited family. I traveled out of town. I went to New Jersey, I went to Georgia, and I went to North Carolina. Yeah, I went through a lot. And at the time I got to visit a lot of family, and one of said family is my aunt. We call her Auntie JoJo, and she is old-minded. I don't know what best way to say this, but she's like okay, I'm not gonna go into the whole nitty gritty, but she was doing a whole like checkup on my life. She was like, "Oh, V, how's your life? What's going on with you? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, doing this, doing that, etc. etc. etc." And she was like, "Oh, are you having a great time with your friends?" Like, yeah. It's like, "What about the lovely lady in your life?" And I was like, "Oh, actually, Auntie, I don't really have a lady in my life." And she's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't have a girlfriend. Mom keeps trying to set me up with random girls, understand?" Like, it's awkward. Like, I get it, sort of. But at the same time, I don't get it. I don't know. I guess to each his own, right? Or each her own in this case. But my aunt was just flabbergasted because I didn't have a girlfriend. She's like, "How do you not have a girlfriend?" I was like, "I don't know. I just don't." She's like, "Are you nervous? Do you not, like, talk to people?" And I was like, "Well, that's definitely one thing." She's like, "Do you not hang out with your friends? You don't go out to some place and have a little bit of something to drink and just have a great time?" And I was like, "Well, I don't drink or smoke. That's the start. And even if I did, I still think, knowing my personality, it's probably not going to happen. Hell, I already, like, can barely talk to the girls that I know. Like, it's fine." I do not have 10 kids already. I don't know. First off, I don't even have the courage to talk to a girl. Let's start with that. I need to work on that. And secondly, I'm dense as hell. I've said it on this channel. The time that I went to, what was it, Venice Beach up in where was I? I think it was Venice Beach that I went to. I ran this whole Parent Trap circumstance with this. I know what the Parent Trap reference word is now because my friends told about it. Where I hung out with this one girl and she kept swapping with her twin, and I didn't even know ifs, ands, or buts. I've talked to that before in a different episode. Go back to a different video. It's neither here nor there. But before I go to the game, I need to wrap the story up. But she was just like shocked by that. And then she did the whole, "Well, I mean, do you not like girls? Are you into guys?" I was like, "No, I'm straight as I'm straight." I was like, "Well, what, do you not find guys attractive?" I was like, No, guys can be attractive, but I would like to at least have a girlfriend." She's like, "Oh, are you trying to?" Oh, and then I don't know where it led to, but then she talked about how I guess the men in our family are like clueless, and was saying like, "Oh, well, I know what kind of blood is swimming inside you, so." GDG, something came up, have fun. No worries, thanks for tuning in, Baki. Thanks for apparently assuming I need to be married and have 10 kids, I guess. A little too young for that, personally. Actually, I don't know. People in their 20s probably have kids, I guess. Actually, no, do they? I don't want to think about that. But bottom line was that she kind of grilled me for details. I was like, yeah, I don't have a lady in my life. I showed her pictures of my friends. She pointed to a couple of them, which they laughed because I told them the same thing. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really romantically interested. Which is funny because one of the friends in my group, a number of people said that we'd be good together. And I kind of view her more like a sis, if anything, because she's been there for me and supported me. And I don't know, I just don't see her in a romantic sense. I don't even really honestly know a romantic sense. I know I've had a crush before, but I don't know really what it's like to be in love. I realize me saying that probably sounds very depressing and sad, but honestly, this is a lighthearted thing, so don't internalize this. But yeah, like, she was talking about things like that, and I was like, it's fine, it's cool. And she eventually was like, oh, well, luckily I have the sweetest girl for you. She comes by and helps the local girls in my neighborhood. She's a sweetheart. She caretakes over for so. And she was like saying, like, she's really sweet and lovely, has a wonderful personality, and a great cook. And she's like, I know you love to eat, V. And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, but I don't need a girl to cook for. I could cook too. And it got awkward because she was like talking about all her wonderful traits and how like I would be her ideal and how a handsome young man like yourself has to do this, especially before you. Because she was saying things like, well, you don't want to like. I don't exactly remember word for word what she said, but she was saying things along the lines of, you're going to regret not being able to go on a date once you turn 30 or once you turn 40 or blah, 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 blah. And I was like, if it happens when I turn 30 or 40, it happens. It's fine. And then it got awkward because she was like, are you nervous about like how this is how I know that my aunt and uncle are destined. So like I said, my uncle, well, actually, I didn't even mention it. My uncle's not the type that really has much of a filter. And when he's drunk, way less of a filter. So this was the moment where I kind of realized, wow, my aunt and uncle, I think they're meant for each other. Because she pulled me in close and she was like, do you feel you'll not be able to like treat your woman right? And I was like, huh? It's like, I understand. Like, guys, the males in your family tend to be a bit clueless and dense, not know what to do when you're with a woman, and you may be worried about trying to like satisfy. And I was immediately, my brain unfortunately went to that kind of thought, and I was like, is my aunt asking about? And I was like, and I honestly didn't feel comfortable with the conversation, so I was just like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she was just like, oh, well, it's fine. Like, but just remember, V, like, you're only young once. You might as well just have all these great experiences. You don't want to, like, get to be within your 30s or 40s and have regrets. So I was like, I'm fine. Even now in my 20s, yeah, I have regrets, but it's fine. Like, I'm cool. I think at the end of the day, if I'm okay and I can smile and I can have a roof over my head and games to play and anime to watch, I'm okay. When it happens, it happens. I'm not saying I don't want to have the experience, but I need to get over my own issues first before I think about like trying to like, I don't know, chat with a girl. Hell, even my friends today grill me because apparently they're like, there's tons of girls in your circle that like you and want to go out with you.
And look around. We are in a well. But do you hear water? Do you see it? Feel its moist embrace? Why, I think it's gone. I think the Vizier has drained it. How long do you think you can maintain your health, your control of the body?
You shut up, I'm busy focusing. But yeah, it got awkward. Ooh, almost died. Phew. It got awkward, but obviously I was able to get out of that conversation, and I don't know. I don't know. Which is funny because I remember also having a conversation. Okay, now I've got to go back to my uncle. This was another moment. I know I've said this on the channel before. My uncle, he thinks that I need to get out there because I'm a catch and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying this for like humble bragging or anything, but he's surprised I don't have like enough women in my life. And this is the point where I'm like, I don't know if this is TMI, but for context, okay. If this is TMI, I'll probably have to cut this if I can. So I'm sorry about this in advance, but my uncle's gone through now his third divorce. I don't know if I'm allowed to say much on that. Well, I'm probably definitely not allowed to say much on that aspect because I know that's definitely TMI. Am I supposed to go this way? No, I'm supposed to go the other way. I took the get your life in order and focus on yourself before trying to focus on dating approach. And personally, that is an approach I stand behind. Like, I think it's good to at least get your own act together. Like, I'm not saying if you want to jump for it, but yes, this is coming from the guy who's never been in a relationship, so I might be wrong on this. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. But I feel like if you're going to be in a relationship, wouldn't it be better, like, get your own act together, get your things together, and then if you're going with your significant other, whether it be a girl or guy or attack helicopter or whatever, won't that person feel more interested in you because they see you as like, okay, you got your stuff together? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't have my stuff together completely, but I want to at least be secure. I don't want to just jump into a relationship and, I don't know, if my girlfriend wants to get an ice cream cone, I'm like, yeah, sorry, I can't do that. I gotta have to pay you back. And she's like, but it's literally only $1.86. It's like, yeah, but that's $1.86 I don't have. See, I'm really trying to get this anime Blu-ray, and I'd rather have that than you. Sorry. So, like, what? It's only $1.86. Like, yeah, but if you have $1.86, I would definitely take a strawberry ice cream. No, definitely that's messed up. Don't do that. Unless you have one of those relationships where you split even or you're okay with like sharing and things like that, it's cool. If you're happy with who you are in your life, then you don't need a relationship for your sense of self-worth or anything. Yes, I think unfortunately it's gotten to the point where most of my family and some of my friends are like, at least for the experience, because I don't know if it's because of concern, they don't think I'll get an experience. I know one of my friends in particular because I talked with them about, I used to have a crush on this girl that I used to work with at the movie theater some time ago, and unfortunately we drifted. Like, it wasn't even negative. We moved on. Like, I didn't work at the movie theater anymore. I never saw her, and even though I have her contact, I'm not gonna just randomly call her out of nowhere. It's what it is. Plus, she probably has a boyfriend or something at this point. But he's upset because I never took initiative because, you know, I'm whoops. It's fine. My cross to bear. I'll work on it, and if it happens, it happens. But to get back to my uncle, like I said, my uncle's gone through his third circumstance, and I might have probably had to cut it at this point. So let's say circumstance, and he's telling me, by the way, for further context, my uncle's a bartender, so I think that kind of sets a lot of things going there. But he's saying things along the lines of, V, get the experience, get out there. I remember this one time. This was actually a few years ago. I remember this one time that he was extremely schlossed. Like, I don't know what football, it was during Thanksgiving. Like, it was going on, and whatever was going on, they were having a great time. I was on my Switch at the time, just playing whatever. This was obviously way before I was streaming. And then it got to a moment where he needed help because I guess they needed help carrying groceries and stuff. And my uncle, like some of my family every now and then, is like, oh, well, V, how's your life? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, it's this, or this. And I don't know why he felt the need to say this, but he just kind of like out of nowhere was like, did you get laid yet? And I was like, what? And he was just saying like, well, what? I mean, just saying, like, you know, you don't want to be too old and not know what to do. I was like, oh, uncle, we don't need. It's like, what? You're not confident? Don't worry, you're a man. A man needs to know what to do. If you need be, I can even teach you a couple things. And I was like, whoa. No, I'm good. No, first off, ew, gross, ew. It's like, and what's even worse is that my uncle's like, why is it disgusting? It's healthy, it's natural, it's how you got to be. And the minute he said that, I was like, oh. And to make it worse, and you know what's messed up too, is that my family is probably divided. Most of my family is like on board with this kind of like sick humor. And I'm not saying I'm against it, but it's awkward because I was kind of like fighting the argument or the issue, and I was trying not to talk with it and things like that. But at one point he was like, well, it didn't matter. Like, you were swimming around your dad's pear for a while. And I was like, oh, and I felt so sick. And it was like, what? I was doing it for my dad. He was doing it for his dad. Like, it's just the circle of life, blah, blah, blah. And something about I get out his age, right? Something about a 54-year-old man. Well, he's going to be 54. Something about a 50-year-old man. Well, at the time, it was like 52. Something about a 52-year-old man Just like coming out of the gate, just saying like, oh, you need to get some experience. Don't worry, we've been swimming in your dad's pear. Like, he didn't say pear, he said balls. But I was like, I don't need this. Like, I don't want this, because even if you're my uncle or aunt, even if you were my uncle or my aunt, whoever said it, you're still kind of like a parent to me, and that's basically like the equivalent of having like your parents have you like the birds and bees talk, and I'm not talking about that conversation. That's a moment for a different episode. But I like, what do you do? What do you do in that circumstance if like your parental figure, doesn't have to be your mom and dad, but a parental figure or guardian, whatever, just comes out of nowhere, is like, hey man, so you were swimming around in that, and you know things happen, and now you came to be. Like, that's the most awkward thing. Like, it's so gross. Like, it's just, ugh. I'm moving on. I want to focus on the game, because think about that, it's making me upset.
Tick-tock, Prince. Tick-tock.
That weird purple flame? Whatever. And that's just many more. Like, I don't know. One of these days, maybe I'll call up my uncle and see what else he can tell me.
Feeling thirsty. Feeling dry. Oh, am I distracting you?
What's up with this dude? Not climb down. Oh, okay. Phew. What is he saying? Getting thirsty? Oh, is he saying about the water? Like, I need water? Because it's hurting me? This dude sucks. I'm starting to regret, like, thinking he was cool a little bit. Ow! Oh, that kills me. Phew. Wow, I'm surprised I did that first try. I need some water. Not for me, because I don't want to choke again. Not that I was choking on a drink anyway. What is that? Oh, okay. Phew. Oh. Where am I trying to go?
Time is precious. Time is fleeting. Time is something you have too little of.
Dude, can you just leave me alone for a second? Ow! Okay. Why are there so many traps here, dude? Who thought of this? Oh. Went the wrong way.
Oh, would you like a drink?
Yes, I'm thirsty. I get it. I don't want to be this mode. Just leave me alone already. Ow. Okay, that was all bad. And the minute I did that too. Ow. Whatever. Need some water. Or sand or something. Gotta go? Oh, no worries. Thanks for tuning in, Vulpix. Thanks for tuning into my various awkward adult people in my life stories. Probably many more to come, knowing my luck. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.
Allow me to continue.
Ow! Ow. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, God, that... Oh, man, I just throw away all my sands, aren't I? Oh, there was a thing up there. Oh, I just saw it. Oh, boy. Welcome, Nikki, to the stream. Just got home. I'm tired. Oh, get some rest, my friend. I mean, I appreciate you tuning in, but go get some good sleep. Or instead, you could just sit back, relax, maybe drift off to bed with a good old-fashioned Vitamin DGR episode. Although this is definitely not the video to watch if you're...
Tick-tock, Prince. Tick-tock.
trying to stay cool and collected, because going through these traps are the worst. Oops.
Feeling thirsty? Feeling dry?
Yes.
Oh, am I distracting you?
Yes. Shut up. Who's he trying to focus here? I need water desperately. Holy moly. I've been in this mode for very long. I can't imagine this is good for me. Ow. Okay, let's just give you some sand back. Alright, let's go. Hope you had a lovely day today, though, Yankee. Welcome to the stream, like I said. Oh, it wasn't too overwhelming. Go, 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 go.
Time is precious. Time is fleeting. Time is something you have to live love.
Ow! Wish I had less time to deal with you. At first you were cool, but now you're starting to get annoying.
Oh, would you like a drink?
What's with this dude? Is he trying to goad me on purpose? I think he might be. Ow. Whatever. There we go. This is what I was supposed to do. I don't know why I thought I had the wall run. Why did I do that? That was not even smart. No, 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 not that. Pull that in. Okay. Still good. Flip. Whoa! Whoa. Can't see.
Father's sword.
Ooh. Neat.
What is it doing here?
Why am I still this mode? Where's water? Look kind of awesome, though. Wait, my dad?
Come on now.
Is that my dad?
Really expect to find him alive? Even after everything you have experienced, still you hold out hope.
Oh, Father.
Aww.
What have I done?
What now, then? Gather up enough sand, perform another grand rewind? Or perhaps you can return to the island and travel back to a time when he might
Welcome
still be
back to the
safe.
stream.
Maybe rescue a damsel in distress.
We're gonna see
along the
Infinity
way.
Castle next week. Oh, the Demon Castle.
You
The
are
Mugen.
right. I have been
Wait.
like a child, naive and arrogant.
Oh my god, I gotta
Always wishing to
backpedal.
undo my mistakes,
I'm so sorry, Bayo.
facing the consequences of my actions.
I got so distracted by this weird cutscene that I didn't even notice. I'm so sorry. You're talking to see the
That it implies.
Demon Slayer movie? Wait, I just
What is this?
forced
You have
myself
no
back?
water? How did you...
You hold no power over me now. Begone. Retreat to whatever dark hole spawned you, and do not trouble me again.
Ooh. Uh-oh. What was that? That doesn't sound good.
I do not seem to like them.
Okay, I just randomly forced myself back to normal. From willpower, I'll take it. I don't know if this is true, but I heard something interesting about that Demon Slayer movie. Wait, the sword's not wearing out of durability? Oh, it's like an Uber sword! Oh, I got a good sword. Heard something interesting. I saw a trailer or a teaser for it. Is it true that Channing Tatum's in it? I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if I'm, like, spoiling anything. Old triangle near a cracked wall to destroy it. Oh. Dad had a kick-ass sword. Rest in peace, but man. And okay, so what I was paying attention to that cutscene as much as I can, even though I was talking, was... So I guess despite the corruption, just seeing the sad, or just the overwhelming sadness of losing his father and realizing he was just fed up with it, and I guess the prince was just like, all right, forget this. Bam! And just willed himself back to normal? Looks like I'm still corrupted, though. I'm starting to think that that voice in my head is not good. In exchange, I got a really awesome sword. Chanting Tatum, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so I was like, I think I saw a teaser for it. I didn't watch it fully, but for the corner of my eye, when I was scrolling through on YouTube, when I was checking out my channel, I saw a thing from Crunchyroll saying like, oh, Demon Slayer cast, talking about the Infinity Train, or the Infinity Castle. And I was like, that guy kind of looks like Channing Tatum a little bit, but bald. And then I saw it, and I decided to go back and scroll up, and I looked at it, I was like, wait, that is Channing Tatum. They're bringing Channing Tatum to anime? Hope he does good. Actually, I need to watch more anime movies. I haven't seen any in a minute. I think the last one I watched was, what was the last anime movie I watched? Like, actual anime movie I watched. Was there anything after Princess Mononoke? I rewatched Princess Mononoke. My second favorite Ghibli movie. It is very dark. Holy moly. I don't know how dark it is for you guys. It is hard to see. I could barely make out anything. Why did I take out my sword? Am I fighting something? Who am I fighting? I can see. Ah! Ooh! Where?
You may not be able to see these creatures, but you can still hear them.
Oh, they're invisible enemies? Are you serious? It's already rough enough that I can't see. They're also invisible? That actually gave you a jump scare. No. Oh, there's two? God, I hate this area. You remember the anime movie I've seen in theaters with JJK? I would recommend, if, well, it's probably not in theaters anymore, obviously, because it's long ago, but the next anime movie you go see should be Princess Mononoke. Wait, I feel like there was another movie I saw. Oh no. Now what? God! Ugh. It's already bad enough I can't see in this game. Especially as of late. I need to get a better converter box. Actually, I don't even know. It's still an old PS2 game. What? Oh, do I go up? Not to be me, but no wonder my dad died here. Wait, I saw something. Where is it? Where is he? Look! Ah! Ow! We used to have, actually, Bayo, going on that aspect, the movie theater I used to work at used to have anime movies. Like, not just, you know, I think the last one I remember seeing was Weathering with You. Fantastic movie, by the way. But, I know that at one point we had, I think we had one of the My Hero movies on there, and we had... Oh, you know what? I know what we had. Oh, we didn't have it. There was actually one I do remember. I think it was the best time I had in a long time. It was only like a while. It was a while ago. But for those that don't remember, I've said it on record that my favorite anime is Monogatari, or Monogatari, depending on your dialogue and how you talk. You know, with Koyomi Araragi. And they had a screening of the first of the 3 films, Kizu Monogatari, the first one. They had it in certain theaters. And even though it's my favorite anime and all, I don't expect many people in my area to like it. Do you know how happy I was when I went in there and they're like, yeah, we're sorry, sir, but we only have like a few seats left. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, the seats are busted. Okay, so the theater I went to, it had, like, most theaters I imagine have this, where you can, like, choose your seats, and it has those things where it's like, if it's in blue, you can choose the seats, if it's in gray, it's taken, and red is the seats are defective or something. So when she said it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably, like, sold out and things like that. Guys, it made me happy to find that there were so many seats taken. I was like, there are that many Monogatari fans? And then what's funny is I remember buying the ticket, and I ended up being kind of in the middle, like, well, not middle, but like left side next to people. And I was like, whatever, I'll take it. It's fine. Even though I prefer it to be in like the back middle away from people, or back corner away from people. But as I was buying the ticket, she was like, you know something, sir? Like, there's a lot of people coming to see this movie, and I've never seen this before. What is it about? I was like, oh, you don't know? I was like, well, because you seem really enthusiastic. And I didn't have a Monogatari outfit. I wanted to cosplay, though, because I do have an Araragi costume. But it's like, and anyone's wondering, it's like normal school uniform Araragi, where it's just like the normal school, like the black and red kind of like school uniform. I had like white sneakers, and I had a wig that I was gonna wear because my hair was too long at the time. Though it was actually no, because I got my hair blue earlier this year, so I could have like styled my hair to be that. Well, whatever. I bought a wig because it came with the costume anyway, so I would have done it, but it was like hot at the time, and I didn't want to sweat through it because I really liked that costume. So she was like, oh, do you know anything about this? Like, oh yeah, it's like a really good anime. And she's like, oh really? Is it recommended? Like, I've been asking a couple of people, and they said it's definitely a hit. They said it's fantastic. There's a couple people that says that it's gonna weird you out and that it's not worth it. And this one customer was like talking things about it, and I was like, oh well, yeah, it's really good and things like that. Like, I was just describing moments, and she was asking like why I like it so much. I was like, well, I like the voice acting. I love the art style, Something Fierce, because it's very like out there and niche. I love the music. I love, well, especially also the songs. I like the visuals. I like just the character persona, like the portrayals, how they come across, how they feel, how they act. I like the supernatural, superstitious aspects of it. I liked a lot of things. I went off, and eventually I was gonna go, and I was like, I think I maybe took like maybe like 10 or 5-10 steps in, and then I heard her. Luckily, there wasn't many people in the lobby, but I heard her say, "Oh, so that means you're a fan of the toothbrush scene." And it threw me so for a loop that I turned back, and she was just like, she had like the biggest like the spit eating grin on her face, and she was like, by the way, I also know the show, I'm a fan too. I was like, oh, you are? And it threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting that. Like, it's one thing or another for, and I'm speaking this as personal experience, working at a movie theater, most times people come up to you and like, oh, do you know about this movie, so and so and so? And my movie theater at the least was like, oh yeah, we watch it, or they give us the ability to watch it either for free or for a heavy reduced price, so that way we can tell people. Like, my theater let us watch it for free, but some theaters do the reduced price thing. But it's only because that way they want like the staff to explain for movies, so that way they can probably get people hyped into it. They can rile people up and be like, oh yeah, you should watch, I don't know, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, because it's got flying and cool martial arts and things like that. I don't know. So I was expecting when she said that first bit of the toothbrush thing, that I was like, oh, okay, she must be just like doing something like get me hyped or anything. But then she was talking about how her favorite arc of all of it was Neko White. And I was like, wait, you actually know it's split into two? And she's like, yeah, I know it's Neko Kuro and Neko White. Even though, like, obviously the classic one with Bakemono was really good, and Nisei was a little out there, a little fan servicey. I was like, wow. Like, it was so good to just have someone, like, knew about that. And especially for me, because I don't really do good at expressing myself in front of people. Like, it may sound different because I'm streaming, but, you know, in front of a person, like, it's different. Like, even in my own friend circle, I feel like it's hard to describe some anime. Obviously, a couple of them will tease me because they're like, oh, whatever. But some of them will be like, I don't get it. So it's just kind of nice to have that, I guess.
Very good. I will continue.
I can't see. All right, not going there. Oh. Hate this place. Where do I go? Go this way? Nope! Thank God for my dad's sword, man. Ooh, water? I'll take it. Oh. Actually, wait. No. Can I go back? There's a fountain right there. I can't see. Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go down? I don't think I'm supposed to go down. I'm lost. Oh wait, no, this is how I got up here. No, I went in a circle. Oh, this area. Who thought of this? What freak was like, oh, this is gonna be fun for the players? Madman. Ooh, I almost messed that up. This way, I guess? Yeah, I guess I was going the right way. I can't make that, so... Oh, almost messed that up again. Why? Who? Where? Why'd you pull out the weapons? I don't see anyone. Why'd you pull out the swords? I didn't press that attack button. Wait, why? Who? Someone here? Wait, what? Is there someone in front of me? Oh, there's someone in front of me! You know, I wouldn't be upset. Oh, nice. Rage of Darius. I wouldn't be upset if I could see better. I mean, I get that's probably the point. Oh, thank God, water. Give me the flip out of here.
Shall I continue my story?
Yes. Let's keep going.
Story from here next time.
Well, going back to the game, I feel like we're getting into a climactic moment. Like, I got a really awesome sword, and clearly the prince is having some issues with whatever the other voice is inside me. And the Vizier obviously took Farah. And honestly, you can keep her. I want Kylie anyway, but I gotta imagine we're getting to, like, the climactic moment. Right? It feels like it. Can't see. Oh. Okay. No spike traps, please. I like how the other voice in my head's not talking. Easy does it, V. Easy does it. I don't like how quiet it is. Getting kind of nervous. What was that? Why did the rocks fall? Oh. Oh. Okay. I understand. Easy does it, easy does it, easy does it. I gotta apologize, Bayo. For the briefest minutes, I saw a message on my thing from Nikki. And I was like, oh. And then your message popped up, so I honestly just, like, confused the two. Oh. Why did I do that? Well, that's my last sand. Can't screw up now. I can release some sand now. One. Am I lined up? Yeah. I didn't want to go that direction. As he went that way, I was like, oh, it's over for me, isn't it? Oh, okay. Let's keep moving. Dude, my next PS2 game needs to be brighter. I need to see. And what's funny is I don't think I've had this issue at all with Sands of Time, old as it is. And I don't know if it's one of those things where if I get a better converter box it'll be better, or no, because someone's gonna be like, hey, nah, the game is just rough to look at. And even if you like upscale it, it's still gonna be rough to see. I know, but surely it'd be easier to, like, you know, gauge things. Like, how many times has it been through this playthrough where I couldn't notice the right way to go because it was obvious, but I couldn't see it because, you know, PS2 graphics or super dark. Oh, that keeps scaring the crap out of me every time. Easy does it. Easy. His arms gotta be tired. He's gotta be so done with everything, man. The Vizier, the sands, the voice. He doesn't want to, like, see a grain of sand again, I bet. Let's try this again. Hopefully my controls actually work this time. Easy. Nope, not that way. That outside? Light? Oh, thank God. I heard it. I heard it. I'll take it. I can see. Oh, that's so much better. What the flip is that underneath me? Where's the music? Is this the strongest sword in the game? I hope not. It's awesome, but I kind of feel like it could be stronger. What is that below me? Is that water? I really hope that's water.
And so the prince's eyes had finally been opened to the true nature of his corrupt half, that cruel and charismatic voice which once whispered in his ear. It had subtly encouraged our burdened hero to do wrong. But now, the voice was stilled. The prince's mind once more his own.
Good. So that thing. So I wonder. I think I've mentioned, or I think I've noticed it. I think this thing really is like.
This is a fine place.
I think the voice, whatever this thing is. I mean, they already said it, but it's the corruption of what it is. I wonder if it and the Dark Prince are connected. They gotta be, right? Because this other me is. It feels like it's the side of me that's like the evil, like the ugly, the cruel. I get what I want. I take what I want. Screw everything. Screw Farah. Get the Vizier. Get power. Everyone submits. Like, he feels like that. And I can also see how, because to be fair, like, yeah, I thought he was funny and stuff. And I thought it was honestly one of those things where it was like, oh, well, he represents my more aggressive side. And it was going to be like kind of like a Danny Phantom circumstance where we're split and we got to work together to, like, become whole and fight something. But after a while, it started feeling less and less like it was on my side and more like I'm just kind of like using you as a puppet to get things. And he was very aggressive. And what I was gonna say was, I understand like the desperation I had for like listening, because, you know, I had no friends, my home's destroyed, lost Kylina, still hope I can bring her back. Like, I had nothing left, and this voice came out of nowhere during my lowest moments. I was like, hey, I'm potentially evil, but I'm also right now your only ally, so you should work with me. And I admit in the very beginning, I remember in the very beginning he was nervous, but, you know, after a while he did kind of help, or maybe just helping himself. I don't know. I still don't know this thing, but I do feel like he's just the negative side of me, like the evil side, or at least I'm starting to feel, and I'm kind of glad that we kind of came up to it. I don't know what that's gonna mean for later, but hey, if he's gone, then whatever. But I don't know if he's gonna be completely gone. Like, is he gonna be gone? I think he's only gonna be gone once we're like not corrupted, right? Because we still have the glowing sigils on our body and that blade wrapped embedded in my arm, which I'm surprised the prince is okay. You try having the giant dagger tail thing like skewering your arm like this. Can't see. Oh, great, more blades. Fun. Alright, well, guess I'm going this way anyway. Whoa. how that one bit of light is shining on that. Oh, no, it's not. Oh. Oh, I saw it. I saw it at the corner of my eye. Or I saw it at the little corner of that wall there. Ow. Oh.
Lead them into the light. Strike while they are blind.
Oh, you do talk. Strike them while they are blind. Well, they're also weak, or the sword rules. Which is probably a mix of both. Seriously, that move rules now. Never could do this well. This sword is awesome. I really don't want to mess up and throw it away, though. Oh, that's where I go. Easy does it. Let's aim right. And leap. Oh, whew, I thought I'd messed that up. Oh, whoops. What does this do? Oh. Great. Oh. Messed that up royally. Oh, hi, everybody. Oh, not these things again.
These creatures seem to feed on the signs. Kill them before they steal any more from you.
I know. Ow. Oh, there's still more. Dude, the sword, man, just flipping rules. Come here. Stop running for me. Wait. Come here. Wait, what the flip? Wait. Huh? Wait, why can't I attack you? Wait, what? Wait, what? Now I can fight him? This game is breaking, dude. I need to stop playing this game. This game might be cursed. What did that do for me? It did something. I guess I'm going down? I'm over there, though. Oh, now what? Only play that music when there's enemies around. Oh, I saw the glowing eyes. We done? Alright, I think we are. Oops, I might as well get rid of those enemies first. How do I get that enemy over there, though? Nope. Not enough! Oh, I'm dead. That was a terrible place to stop that rewind. No. No, I don't have any sand, dude. Come on, man. Welcome out first to stream. Going backwards in time is cheating? No, it's not. This game is rough without it. Can you imagine going through this game without? Dude, I would love to see a challenge. Oh my god. I start all the way over here. Oh, there's things here. Can you imagine going through this game without being able to rewind? Flip that running. Is that a Donkey Kong emote? That's so cute. That's so cute. I always want to play Donkey Kong again. I haven't played that in a second. Welcome to my absolute nightmare. But be honest with me. If you had the power rewind time, you would... Uh-oh. Ow, ow, ow.
When you have the time, I will continue.
We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Okay? Now, if anything, what I should say is that all you guys on Twitch should probably refresh your browser because the video probably might be a little delayed. But don't you laugh. Everything is totally fine. I didn't hurt myself. No, 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 ow, ow. Okay, all right, so I didn't fully rewind enough. Okay, I'll start from there. Okay, we're fine. None of that happened because I rewound time. We're totally fine, okay? That was so stupid. This flipping game, man. I can't wait to be done with it. I'll kind of miss it, but at the same time, I'll have so much relief when I'm done with it.
Lead them into the light. Strike while they are blind.
Basically getting pinball back and forth, just getting slammed by spikes. There's nothers? There's nothers. Apparently I'm good at doing that move a lot. If I could rewind time, I would play a lot. Oh, in a heart and a beat. Absolutely. Who wouldn't? Like, if you had the power to rewind time, it would be fantastic. Like, I know I've gone on record and said that I don't really like messing with time travel much, but that's a useful ability. Even if you rewind time for, like, you know, 30 minutes or something. Not 30 minutes, like a couple minutes. That'd be just handy as hell to have. We're good. We're fine.
Careful. These creatures seem to feed off the sands. Kill them before they steal any more from you.
I know. Don't worry, I'll bust out the rage of Darius. Why don't we just slow down time? What? Stop! Let me attack them! Stop leaping off them! Stop eating my sand! Bust out the rage of Darius, or whatever that Luva's name is. What's Darius short for? Is that even a name? I'm serious that it probably is, right? I mean, it is a name, because someone was raged. Someone was enraged. Oh no, it's Jinx. It's glitching again. Hey. 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 That's a weird bug. We're moving on, though. I don't need to care. But yeah, can you imagine going through this entire game without rewinding? I want to imagine the prince going through this without rewinding. He's basically like Subaru before Subaru from Ray Zero. Another one of my all-time favorite on this. Yeah, I see you. I know. Go away. I'm busy. Oh, I didn't see those up there. That would have made that a lot easier. Oh, can't go that way. Yeah, I didn't see this up there. Don't you eat my sand? Okay. Ah! Where the flip did you come from? Alright, we're good. Oh! There's more. Actually, wait. If I have unlimited stamina, it means I can do this move without worry about anything. Oh, except for does it completely work? There we go. Anyone else? Alright, I think we're good. Let's move on. Can't see. Where am I at here? Hope the Farah is okay. She's probably fine. She's definitely not being stuck in a, I don't know, an hourglass or chains or something in a red, like, bikini-ish outfit or whatever it is that Jasmine wore. I'm serious, they start doing like some Aladdin references. Well, that'd be awesome because Aladdin's my second favorite Disney movie. I'll be upset because I'm like, dude, there's no originality these days. Oh, I thought I made that. Guess I was a little too far off, huh? How about this? There we go. More enemies? I'll chop your head off. See ya! I was doing all these like random slow motion things. It didn't do this as much. Is that it? Are we done? I keep spawning so many enemies. What? Wait, was that guy underneath? I don't know. I think I'm really breaking this game. I think I need to stop playing. It's funny because I'm about to once I find a water fountain. I remember this game because I read a lot of video game magazines at the time. Many covers with it too and advertising. This is a first for me. I've never played Prince of Persia. This is the last of the marathon though. Although, actually, this is something to say. Well, I think I've mentioned it before, but this is something to bring up. So apparently there's other Prince of Persia games. I mean, I know that already. But what I didn't know... Oh, hold on. These enemies... Ow! Stop eating my sand! Are we done? Alright, I think we're good. No, we're not. Busted up my weapons. That means there's more enemies. Even if I can't see. There we go. I think we did it. Okay, I think we did. No, there's still more! Oh, a flipping way. Wait, why'd the music just stop? There's more enemies. There's more enemies. There's a ton of enemies, dude. Hello? Were they all coming up from up there? Whatever. So here's something that I was brought to my attention. And I don't think I'm gonna do it unless people want me to do it or someone pays me. So, as you guys know, I've been doing this Prince of Persia thing for a good minute now. All because of the one visit I did for Sands of Time. And I ended up getting hooked to the point where I did the third one. And everyone was just like, V, at this point, beat the game. And I had a fantastic time. Chat had a fantastic time. You guys on YouTube had a fantastic time. Twitch had a fantastic time. Everyone had a fantastic time. To the point where I was like, dude, this game was so much fun. Like, I actually loved it a lot. And I finally understood the hype about it. Because again, you gotta remember, before these games, my only knowledge of Prince of Persia was like that one movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? That's how you say his name? Or Gyllenhaal? Gyllenhaal. And that one girl that I don't know, but she was pretty. I don't know if she's pretty now. Even though I don't really remember watching all that movie. I think I remember seeing it, but I was just kind of more into the parkour thing. And then after I did Sands of Time, like a couple of friends were like, you should probably get into this. I had some fans say I should get into this. One person sent me a link to like this video about this live action version of Prince of Persia with this one dude. I don't know if it's actually in Persia, but whoever this dude is that's dressed up as the prince, doing all these crazy parkour things. Like, man, wish I had like 20% of his cool factor. Maybe then I actually have a girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. But I didn't know anything about Prince of Persia, right? So eventually, it was brought to my attention that there were two other games in the franchise. At least as I was told, was Warrior Within, which you saw me play, and Two Thrones, which you're currently seeing. It was while I was finishing up Warrior Within, before I had to look up, well, to be fair, I ended up figuring out that there was more to do, and it was thanks to both friends looking it up and chat, especially the YouTube message, which, by the way, I got your YouTube message. You're a real one. Thank you. That while I was doing that I found out that there was another Prince of Persia game. Actually, I think it was a little bit before that, actually. Actually, it was before that. But there was a Prince of Persia game that was for the PS3. I don't know what it's called, but I didn't know if it was part of this specific ones because I was told, well, you guys know this actually. So even going before Sands of Time, the very first Prince of Persia game I played was
I have all the time in the world.
oh, actually I
Very
don't.
good.
Was
I
Prince
will
of Persia for PS3 that I got paid to do. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Sounds like it'd be fun. What's the catch here? Oh. The catch is me pressing the button right. It's just Prince of Persia for PS3. Yeah. So I didn't know anything about that. Like in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, whatever, and I loved it. I liked the relationship that the prince had with Elika. I liked how it looked. I liked that kind of like comic-y art style. I liked it a lot, even though I found out later that a lot of people didn't. And what's funny is I thought I liked it up until I got the ending. I was like, wow, this is a bad ending. And then someone told me how it actually ends, like if you get like the complete ending, which I thought I had to get all the light soul stuff, and no, they were like, yeah, no, the game ending is terrible. So I was like, you know what, maybe I don't like Prince of Persia that much. I mean, I still liked the characterization between Prince and Elika, and I hope we get something like that again, but oh jeez. Ow. Oh, game slow. What the flip is happening? But while I try and eye this, and you guys can look at this nonsense, but after that, so after I did the PS3 one, after I got paid like $20 and a copy of it, yes, it was only $20, but it was worth it. Loved it. That after that, I ended up looking up, well, to be fair, it was a couple of like fans and friends telling me about it, and then I saw at my retro store that they had Sands of Time, and that's when I got Sands of Time, and then I was like, wow, this game's fantastic. And then after a while, I would eventually discover Warrior Within and Two Thrones, right? So it was during Warrior Within that I found out that there's another game in the franchise. Actually, there's a couple of games in the franchise. Like Noel told me there was a based off a retro old game that I'm probably never going to play on this channel because I don't know if I have even a smidge of patience and attention span to play for what it looks, because they sent me what looked like a playthrough of it, or at least a part of the gameplay, and it looked rough as sin. So yeah, it looked rougher than what you're looking at right now with all these blades and traps. So no. But there was another game. One of my friends, IRL, was playing this game called, actually I don't know what it's called, but it was apparently on Switch, but it looked good. It looked like a Metroidvania thing. I was like, oh, that looks cool. But apparently there's another Prince of Persia game for PS3 that I didn't know about until the latter parts of Warrior Within. And one person said it's like the movie, one person said it's like okay. I don't know, but I mean, if people want me to try it, since I've been doing this Prince of Persia thing for a minute, then yeah, let me know, or pay me, I'll definitely do it. I guess the main reason many people didn't like the PS3 game was like because it had a lot of parkour. There was another mode, it was like the true end only for DLC. Well, I like the parkour aspect. I like the aspect, I mean, yeah, I like the combat too. The combat was fun, getting to be able to mix up combos. And I like the exploration aspect. I feel like it could be better, but I like the ability of just like traveling with myself and Elika. You can have Elika give you an extra jump. There was pretty much no terrain the prince can't grab, and I was just so amazed by his strength and capability and flexibility. Oops, messed it up. There we go. My game slowed down horribly after that. What the heck's going on here? But I just really like the characters between the prince and Elika. And again, okay, so I still don't 100% know the ending. Actually, I don't remember if I looked it up. But I think someone was like, yeah, you don't need to do the... Actually, yeah, I think I talked to a friend. Oh, sweet, a water fountain. Cool, we can end it here. I think I talked to a friend, and they were like, yeah, you don't want to do the DLC. And I was like, I don't even think I can, because it's on PS3. I was like, yeah, you're better off, like, what you did is what you did. Because I think I talked to them about, do I need to get all the light souls? Because in the game, I don't know how many you have to get, but there's like, I think thousands of them. And he was like, yeah, he said, no, you don't need to get it. You have to buy the DLC, which I don't think you can anymore because, you know, the PS3 servers are done. But I love the game too. Fun fact, I rented that Blockbuster gamer section. Blockbuster did games? Oh, wait, yeah, I know Blockbuster did games because I got that PS2 game Shinobi and it has a Blockbuster case on it. Fortunately, I never really got a chance to experience Blockbuster. I'm sad. I'm actually jealous, Elfris. That means that you have far more Blockbuster memory and know-how than I. It feels so nostalgic for me renting games on last days of Blockbuster. It must have been so... Well, wait, were you able to... So how does the Blockbuster rental thing work? I don't know how it works. How does Blockbuster's rental thing works? Is it like GameFly or things like that where you can rent it for like, I imagine it's like kind of like a library. You can rent it for like a period of time and then you have to return, otherwise you have to pay a fee or something. That's my guess. Usually when someone says the word rent, that's my thoughts. Ooh, I should say the game. Whoops, what am I doing? Because this is gonna be the end of the episode. It's just like a library, you get a membership. Oh, okay. I think my only knowledge of Blockbuster was that obviously it used to do movies. They had a couple locations back in a place that I was at Jersey, but I've said it before. By the time, if I ever actually went to like Blockbuster, I was way too little. But my only conscious memory of Blockbuster was like, I think we saw it and then I went into one in Jersey, but I never really got to like, I know they had Blu-rays and movies, but I never really got to like do it because I think my mom was gonna get something. So I just looked at stuff and then I left because I think it was next to like, I don't know where it was next to, but I left that store and went to another store. I feel like I missed out on Blockbuster. I really do. But I told my friends, and my friends were like, V, it's just a place you rent games and movies. It was cool. And then, someone can tell me about this. Someone needs to tell me if this is true or not. So I was told that Blockbuster used to have, one of my older friends in the group, he said that this was something that he experienced at Blockbuster. That Blockbuster used to sell like candies and stuff, right? Is it true that Blockbuster had like a chocolate bar based off of Rugrats, like the Nickelodeon cartoon? Like he told me it was the dinosaur, the Godzilla one. Gosh, what is the name of that? I don't remember. I know it's green. It was, oh god, I don't remember the name of that thing. Reptar. Yes. Like there was like a Reptar bar, I think it was. Like he told me that they had like okay, so Blockbuster when he was younger used to have like a bunch of candies and snacks because usually people would go there, grab movies, maybe they grab like a snack or drink and call it a day, right? So he told me that they used to have these things where they have like these Reptar bars where you would get them for like $2 or $3. It was just like this long chocolate bar with Reptar and some Rugrats characters on it. I was like, dude, that sounds hype. He's like, yeah, but they probably recalled it. I was like, why? And he was like, well, because it's green. I was like, what does it have to matter if it's green? It's like, would you eat a green thing? And I was like, eh. But to be fair, I did look up, I think it was earlier this year or last year, I found out they had the Shrek Twinkies thing, so whatever. I don't remember that chocolate bar. Maybe it's because I'm from Mexico. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I asked because clearly you have more Blockbuster know-how than me. So I don't, unfortunately, know. I never really had the experience to really go to Blockbuster. And I don't know if, I'm pretty sure Blockbuster's gone. Although I did hear from my friend that there's still a Blockbuster out there, but we have to road trip. I'm kind of low-key want to, just because I'm curious. Like, I know Blockbuster was around when I was young, because when I was young, there was Circuit City. And that I kind of remember going to. And then my grandfather, he told me that there was another place called Radio Shack, I think it was, over at Livingston Mall, New Jersey. And he would say like, oh yeah, this was the place where I would go to like a bunch of things. Apparently, when I was younger, I don't remember this, but my grandfather told me this like some time ago, where one of the things we would do was when we were younger, I would go to like this park and he would get like these RC cars. We would just like ride them around, and he got them from, I think it was Radio Shack, but one of them busted. So we went to Circuit City. I remember Circuit City a bit more. I mean, well, that's not true. I don't remember Circuit City, but I know I've been to Circuit City definitely more than Radio Shack. I don't even know what else Radio Shack sells. Actually, I should look that up one of these days, whatever the flip Radio Shack sells. But I also don't know a thing about Blockbuster, so I feel like I missed out. It kind of sucks. Alfred says, but yeah, you need to deliver the game or movie in a certain time and in good condition. It was good because it was cheaper than buying a thing, because obviously nothing you rented was yours. Radio Shack still exists in Mexico. There's a Radio Shack in every mall, at least in Mexico City. Oh, so Radio Shack is still a thing? I thought Radio Shack was gone. They buy a lot of electronics. Do they really? Maybe I should go to Mexico and check it out. I don't remember Radio Shack, but according to my family, I've been to Radio Shack and Circuit City. Of the places, Circuit City was more common than Radio Shack for us, or at least it was more accessible. Plus, we had a cousin that worked there, so apparently we got like a good like discount and stuff. Radio Shack was the easiest to get to because it was over at the mall, I think in Livingston, New Jersey at the time. But Radio Shack, even though Radio Shack, but Blockbuster, like I remember, like our family went to Blockbuster, but I never really experienced it. But it wasn't until later on in life that my family said, oh, a reason why we have a lot of the movies and DVDs that we were able to watch was because we were rented at Blockbuster. Although, I will say one last funny story before I end this episode. My dad, this is probably, well, I mean, I don't know, if Blockbuster's gone, then whatever. There were times, so the reason I asked this was because my dad used to do this, where he would like constantly forget, like, so from what I know now, at least from our talks now, is that Blockbuster rents, and there's a reason why I assume the rental service. It's not just that, it's because I believe that Blockbuster had to rent because it's like a library and things like that. But I remember my dad would get like movies and stuff, but I always thought he bought them from Blockbuster. I didn't know it was the whole like rental thing. And even though I kept hearing like, oh yeah, you rent things from Blockbuster, things like that, I always thought he just kind of like bought them from Blockbuster. But there were times where he would like, I think there was one time where he would forget like to get movies. Like for whatever reason, my dad would always forget to like, he would, I guess in this case rent, because I thought he bought it, but I guess he would rent some of the DVDs and stuff, and he would forget them after he goes to the clerk, because he's like friends with the clerk and stuff like that. So there was this one time I remember where it was I think it was the night at the Smithsonian movie. I think it was the first one that he got the DVD for, or he was going to get the DVD for, and it was going to be like a family movie night. And he came back and we're like, oh, where's the movie? And he was like, flip. And then he like went back, and I guess Blockbuster was closed because it was late. So we ended up just like watching whatever, but my mom was not happy with it the whole time. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could say I've experienced Blockbuster through them. I wish that I could go to Blockbuster just so I could see what it's like, even though, again, one of my friends was like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's just a rental thing. It's no different than you going to rent a movie online or a DVD online or streaming or things like that. And they sell a lot of electronics. Sorry, I'm improving my English. Oh, no, you're all good, Alfred. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I would like to experience a Blockbuster once, just to see what it's like. I think I've seen it on TV. Actually, have I seen it on TV? No, I think I've seen like parodies of it on TV, but I don't know. Is Blockbuster legit? Like, I don't know. A couple of my friends say it is. One of my friends said they had a Rugrats bar. My family used to go to it, and by the time I was actually able to consciously like go to one, like other than being super young, they were apparently phasing out, and it was in passing. So I don't know. I don't really want to say it. I want to say that I've been to Blockbuster, yes, but I don't comfortably say. I don't think I can comfortably say I've experienced Blockbuster, if that makes sense. I don't know if my words are coming across right, but whatever. I digress. Anyway, like I said, that's the end of the episode, so thank you all for tuning in. That was a long tired, I know, but I don't know, I'm feeling nostalgic. This is a very nostalgic episode, and a very powerful one, too. To focus back on the game, clearly, we must be getting to the climactic moment. I know I said it before, but think about it like this. The prince has been cursed. That other voice in my head is like, oh, you're gonna lose Alphorus. I mean, sorry. Not lose Alphorus. I saw your caption. I immediately saw you're gonna lose Alphorus. Thank you for using my Vita mode of Uomi. But the other voice was like, oh, it's over. Man, you can use a drink. You're looking thirsty. Blah, 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 blah. Life sucks for you, huh? And, I don't know. It got to the point where as he was saying this, I was like, this guy sucks. He sucks a lot. And then I know I talked over it, but I was more or less paying attention to that cutscene. I really feel for the prince because it clearly shows that he's affected by everything, and he stepped up, and now he was just able to resist the corruption. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I hope it lasts as long as possible. So, and I guess on the next episode we're gonna see what happens, because unfortunately the Vizier has Farah, whatever, and we gotta put a stop to it. So I don't know how much longer we have in this playthrough, but I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are as well. If you have any fun nostalgic stories you know about Blockbuster, or I don't know, you just want to like chat it up, then please, like stated, follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, leave me some comments on there, or talk to me on Discord. I'll chat it up with you guys if I can. Otherwise, thank you all so much for tuning in, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode.